Instagram. It always takes the longest. But we're about to get started about, this one's going to be talking about valuing yourself first, especially as a content creator. So, all right. All right. How you doing, Naya? All right. Good. So we live on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, all right, and TikTok. All right. So I ain't got notes for this. Can y'all hear me? You hear me? Yeah. So that's who you want to target. So that's the thing about going. That's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. All right, put these up. All right, so I may start over, but that's test one. That one's that one's loud. All right, so I'm gonna start over. So again, test one, test one. So again, this is about you valuing your opinion. So when you value your own opinion, you don't have to seek approval from other people regarding what it is that you want to do or what you want to accomplish. Because a lot of times, again, people who you're asking advice from don't have insight or don't have the authority to even help you do what it is that you want to do. They've never done it. It's like you're asking someone for directions on where to go that's never been where you're trying to go, right? So that's not what you should do, right? You should value, even if you haven't done it yourself, you have a passion within you to figure it out, right? So again, if you're asking your mom, should you start a podcast? What your mom's going to say? She's going to say no. Why? Because she's never done a podcast. She don't know how to work a camera. She doesn't know content creation. She doesn't probably understand it, right? Most likely, unless she already has a podcast. But when you go out and you ask your brother, your cousin, your sister, you're really just seeking validation from people who are not, they're going to support you. They may or may not support you, but you expect support from, but they're not your target audience, right? If you're going out and asking your friends, and can y'all hear me? Thank Ruby. So you're not going to go out and ask your friends. I'll turn it up a little bit more. Y'all can hear me on TikTok. Hey, hey. So you're not going to go out and ask your friends, can you do something or should you do something, especially when they've never done it before, right? It doesn't make sense. We do it, but it doesn't make sense for you to do. Why? Because you're asking someone for directions who's never been um, who's never been doing that before. Hey, hey. I don't know why this one's low. Do-do-do. Yeah, I can read lips a bit. But yeah, so when it comes down to it, you have to value your own opinion more than you value someone else's opinion. You have to start with what you want to do first. Why? Because you're the one that matters. They're not going to be here creating with you. They're not going to be in the studio creating with you. They're just going to be pretty much not even really be the ones consuming your material, right? If you're making music, you're not going to depend on your family to buy every album for you to make a living, right? You're going to need a whole bunch of strangers for you to make a living, right? You're not, they're going to probably just think you're bothering them if you're going to try to sell them an album Every time you come out with an album, you try to sell them your shirt. Every time you come out with a shirt, sure, you should talk to them, but they're not going to be the ones that are really supporting you and supporting your way of life in a way that you can take care of your family and stuff like that. So, again, when you're seeking validation, just do it. Value your opinion and what it is that you want to accomplish, and then you just let it out, right? So if you're asking people, should you do this, and you're not bursting at the seams with something that you already want to do or something that you already want to share or something that you already want to say, you might not have enough to say, to put out an album or to make a podcast or to start creating content in the first place if you have to ask. But if you're already bursting with something like, I need to start making something right now, I need to turn the camera on right now, you probably already don't have to ask. So just start making the content if you're bursting, if you have that passion to start creating. All right. So again, value your opinion first. If you don't like it, right, don't do it. Right. If you like it and then you ask someone else, do they like it? And then they say no, and then you don't do it. Like, why do you value their opinion more than your own opinion? Right? That's the question you want to ask. Right? You kind of got to be somewhat crazy. That's what a lot of people say. You got to be crazy to do like content creation or want to do, you know, entertainment or anything like that. It's just like Taraji P. Henson. She left school, flew to California. She ain't never been to California, said she gonna be a star. That's what she did. Her friends and her family back home said she was crazy. What if she listened to them? Right? A lot of us listen to people who don't have the passion that we have or don't have the even the thoughts that we have that are within us. Um, and we ask them for their opinions and they're not knowledgeable, they're not actors, they're not content creators, they're just not in the realm of the things that you want to do, but you're asking for their opinion. And should you do it, right? Why do you do that? It doesn't make sense to me, right? So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Value your opinion first and the things that you want to do and the things that you want to accomplish um, when it comes to making moves in order to do those things, right? And again, if you're going to ask for someone's opinion, make sure that it's someone that's within that industry, someone that can be a mentor to you and that can guide you to what it is that you want to do. Like I used to play drums and well, say like I used to produce music, right? And when I produce music, some people would be like, "Hey, that beat sucks," right? And then I'd be like, "Okay, that's fine. Let me hear some of your music, right? So that I can know, you know, so that you can show me how it's done, right? Pretty much." And then they'd be like, "Oh, I don't have any music." Then we both know that they can stay silent from here, right? So you don't have to, you know, address people in a negative way. But if they come to you trying to give advice or anything like that, let me hear some of your stuff, right? Even when I start to recognize is that when people are creators, they don't criticize other creators as much, right? They would say something like, if they did criticize it, they would give some kind of context. They would give some kind of credible type of advice that you could use and benefit from. Not just say, "Hey, that sucks." They would say like, "You need to groove better." If I play drums, you need to groove more, or you need to improve your touch, right? And then I had to look up touch, what touch means, and stuff like that. But if someone just says you suck or anything like that, like most likely they're not one who creates in the first place because they wouldn't give you that type of criticism, right? So just go ahead, value your opinions first and foremost, more than you start to value everyone else. And it seems kind of mean, it seems kind of proud, kind of boastful, kind of, uppity, maybe, but that's what you got to do, right? You got to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, who will, right? And if you keep backing down every time someone tells you they don't think you should do something, like, are you eventually are you going to do it, or are you going to, not do it because someone told you that you shouldn't, right? and that someone is maybe someone who's not even in the industry, or maybe someone who's not even, a writer if you're trying to write. So if you're going to get someone's advice that can be a mentor to you and that can guide you in the direction where you need to be, to where you need the guidance at. All right. So I just want to leave it at that. Stop asking for people's opinions that have nothing or no insight or have no type of value or cannot even be a mentor or show you the way of the things that you want to accomplish. All right. Have a belief in yourself that you can accomplish the things that it is that you want to accomplish. In addition, make sure that what it is that you want to do, make sure that you're bursting pretty much out of the seams, ready to present your information. Like if you're at that point, you don't have to ask for validation. You don't We're not here to seek validation, right? You're here to present your message. You're here to share what it is that you have to share, and then let other people do with it as they will. Like if they like it, they'll watch it. If they don't, they'll ignore it, right? It's not a big deal, right? The main thing, the big deal is, are you going to present the information or not? Are you going to share your song or not, right? That's the biggest holdback. You are your biggest holdback or your biggest holdup, right? You are your biggest critic, right? If you don't like a song, that don't put it out. I hear a lot of chefs say that, like, if it's not perfect, don't put it out, right? But if you like it, put it out, right? It don't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what someone else thinks as long as you like it. So value your opinion first and foremost, and value the things that you want to do first and foremost. And I'd value someone's opinion after they spent the money. So, hey, you can give me your opinion after you bought my album, right? I appreciate it. That way I know you've purchased it on your own, and then you can tell me what you'd like to buy in the future, right? That's like if I make hot dogs or something like that. Someone buys a hot dog, I like it, but I'd like this in the future. I'm like, okay, you've already made a purchase, cool. But if someone's just talking, right, don't value that opinion unless they're your mentor. All right, so um, that's all I got for y'all. Thanks for watching. And again, I had a little technical issues, but that's what happens when you go live. So we just deal with it. So change the microphone. We have here at the studio, we have two roads. I want to get the new Ashore, but this one's been giving me issues, but we always got backup. So, all right, talk to y'all at Ferguson-Bey. If y'all have any questions or concerns, please let me know, and I'll see y'all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye. And that was about 18 minutes. This is a little behind the scenes. So again, content creation is not very difficult. I did have some notes for this, but I didn't bring them up. It probably would have went a little bit smoother if I did have my notes, but it's fine. I got a little held up with the technical issues, but all went well. And the same thing, I use Riverside, so I go live on Riverside, and then with the Riverside, it give me some magic clips, and I can go in there and edit it after the fact. I like going live like this just to get the content out, right? Because I can come in here every day and do what I'm doing right now. I can talk on TikTok. I can talk to everybody and get the content out. Because a lot of times, if you're a perfectionist, right, um, you want to edit and make sure everything's good, but then you can back yourself up and not put out any content for months because you're trying to be perfect, right? So not trying to be perfect. I want to get the content out. I want to get the message out. So that's what I do. This is the easiest workflow for me, just going live, deal with the issues as they come. That's what it is. And then we put the information out. So, and then after the fact, I'll do the clips and stuff like that and put the clips on Instagram, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. All right. But yeah, for the most part, this is what we do. And thanks for watching. If y'all have any questions or concerns about content creation, just go ahead and let me know. You can put it in the comments below, or you can, you can put it in the comments below. Um, Talk to y'all, and thanks for watching. Let me check and see if I got any questions. All right. No questions. All right. And I'll see y'all. All right. Bye.